thank you very much, Deputy Consul General of Uruguay, and taking our interview. I'm Xiao from iChongqing. Yeah, actually, the Consul General of Uruguay in Chongqing is just freshly opened, right? And last week, let's see.
Yes.
And could we hear about like more details about it, like what's the mission of the Consul General here, and why choose Chongqing to set up?
Well, thank you very much for coming to our new open consulate today. We are very happy to be in Chongqing. This process started 2 years ago when our president announced the opening of a consulate of Uruguay in the west of China. So our first and most important mission is to cover the southwest of China. We already have our embassy in Beijing. We have our consulate in Shanghai since more than 10 years ago, and since 1 year ago we have our general consulate in Guangzhou. We also have a consulate in Hong Kong. So this is our fifth office, consular office of Uruguay in China. And the idea is to seek for more opportunities of exchange and cooperation between China and Uruguay. We already have a lot of areas developed in the west of China, but from now this consulate will focus in the bilateral cooperations between the provinces of Yunnan, Sichuan, Shanxi, Gansu, and the municipality of Chongqing.
I see. So can we know what is the current situation and also the prospect for the cooperation between Chongqing and Uruguay?
Yes, one of the biggest reason to set our consulate in Chongqing is that we already have a lot of automotive cooperation. Lifan, the company Lifan was established in Uruguay since 2012, and we already have a lot of cooperation as we really want to promote our country as a hub to our Latin American region. So since this year, we also added some motorcycle cooperation, as Bashan, one of the Chongqing companies, has signed a very, very important agreement with a Uruguayan local company of motorcycles. And we are also having this high cooperation with Chongqing. Also, we exchanged a lot of visits this year, and we signed a lot of agreements in terms of beef export to Chongqing, and also with our other provinces that we are taking care of right now. Chongqing is very important for us because one of our biggest provinces in Uruguay, San Jose, has a sister city agreement with it. And then the first Uruguayan student came to Chongqing this last September to study Chinese in the Chongqing University.
That sounds very nice. And also, as I heard, also observed, like the Consul General of Uruguay in Chongqing has already carried out like different projects involving like, let's say, culture and also the business. Different. Could you tell us more about that and what has been carried out, and also what will be carried out in the new year?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This was a very important year for the bilateral relations between Uruguay and Chongqing. Not only because of the opening of this consulate, that is maybe the major one, but we exchanged several visits. I would say 3 visits from Chongqing to Uruguay. The most important one was the president of the People's Congress to Uruguay at the beginning of this year. Also, a very big group of CCPIT came to Uruguay to study more about our commerce and the investment opportunities. And also the vice director of the Yuchong district came to Uruguay this year in September. We also received the visit of our Minister of Industry and Information and Communication Technologies in September. In August, he came with a very big delegation to the Smart China Expo, and that was the second time that we participated in this exhibition that we know is very important and very strategic in Chongqing. So this participation of Uruguay was in the occasion of the Uruguay Week that we have been celebrating since 2 years ago in whole China. So yes, those were the most important things. I already mentioned the exchange of this student that came. And then for the future, we really want to cooperate more, not only with Chongqing, but with all the provinces that we are taking care of. Especially for next year, we will say in dairy products. This will be an industry that has been, like the relation between Uruguay and China has been developing very fast. And this year we signed very important agreements about dairy products exchanges in the import exhibition in Shanghai. So for next year, we are looking forward to connect to more companies and to look for investment in this area. Also, in terms of agricultural exchanges, that is like our most important thing, is we are looking for more opportunities of export of beef and lamb also. This year, as I said, when the president of the People Congress came to Uruguay, we signed a very big agreement for sale of beef, but we are also looking for more exchange and sale of lamb. And regarding other topics, for example, culture, this year we had the first Uruguayan modern art exhibition in Chongqing. So we are really looking forward to have more exchanges and to have the possibility to promote Uruguay in a bigger way. This next week we are receiving 2 artists in Chongqing. One is a very famous singer and writer, and his book that is behind us, Tandem, has been edited in Chinese, and it's being published by a Chinese company. So he's coming to Chongqing to promote this book and to read and to share with the Chongqing people his ideas. We are having some events with him at the Chongqing Library, and also his name is Danny Umpi, and also Juan Perazo, he's a plastic artist and visual artist, is coming to Chongqing to make some exhibitions in a cultural center and also in some other places here in Chongqing. So this year, regarding culture, we had a lot of experiences, especially in Chengdu, in the music festival of Chengdu, that we have been participating since a couple of years, and also in Xi'an, we also participated of the Belt and Road art exhibition for the first time. So yes, our idea is to know more about Chongqing opportunities to promote our culture and also our tourism, because Uruguay has opened itself to the Chinese population, and we have been giving some visa exemptions or visa facilities. So we really want to receive more people from Chongqing and from all China in Uruguay. We know that the trip to Uruguay is a bit far, it's a bit long, but we are already talking with the Chinese airlines, and we are about to sign our first air services agreement to make it easier and to have better connections, especially with Chongqing Airlines. So we really hope to have more people from Chongqing in Uruguay, and also to promote Chongqing enough in Uruguay to receive more people from Uruguay to discover Chongqing, that it's an amazing place to live and to visit. We know that it's super famous in China and it's #1 in tourism. So we also want our people to know more about Chongqing, and especially our students to come to study Chinese, but also other careers here in Chongqing.
That sounds very exciting, and looking forward to that also. And also, Chongqing actually, as New Year starts, and Chongqing has a very big action that it will take the endeavor to develop itself into an international consumption city. Yeah, in this area, actually, you are living in Chongqing and work here, and also I think like as a consumer, right, would love to hear about your ideas or opinions on Chongqing's consumption environment, and how do you comment on that? For example, like the involving transportation, tourism, or like the daily stuff.
Yeah, I have heard about this initiative, and I know that Chongqing is growing very fast in all the areas. But about consumption and about calling it as a consumption center, I think that Chongqing has everything to offer to local people from China and to foreigners also. I have been living in China for 4 years, but the previous 4 were in Beijing. And since I moved, I really realized that Chongqing has a special charm. Is the people is very friendly and the services are great. Everything is very clear, same as with Beijing. The subway and the restaurants and all the facilities for tourism and consumption are very clear. I can find everything here, even in like the food that I used to have in Beijing or to buy in the supermarket. Yeah, we have all the possibilities and yeah, food from everywhere. So I think it's very convenient. I know that Chongqing is working very hard to be more and more open to the world. And I really appreciate the efforts of the municipality and the government, because some weeks ago we had a very important summit with all the consulates and the local foreign companies, and then yeah, the government basically was asking us how we can improve your living condition in Chongqing. So every one of us gave some comments, and yeah, the Mr. Li Bo, vice mayor, he was very, very dedicated to answer every question and every suggestion that we gave to them. So I'm very sure that with these people that is very committed to this work, Chongqing could easily become a better and better consumption city. Like for us, Uruguay, one of the major industries of Uruguay is tourism. We mostly receive tourists from Argentina and Brazil that are our neighbors. So our biggest tourism is the regional one, but also from Europe, US, and other countries, and hopefully more and more Chinese people will go to our country, and we are very specialized in being a consumption city also, or country. City, when I say city, maybe more Punta del Este is our the most famous resort in Latin America, in Uruguay. This is the most specialized in being a consumption city. So I think that we can also cooperate with Chongqing with this initiative. From this year, Uruguay and China are even more closer, because we have signed the agreement to be part of the Belt and Road Initiative. So in any topic, I think that we have a lot of possibilities with Chongqing and with all the regions that this consulate will cover.
That's quite cool. I mean, like for example, during the process of building the international consumption city, especially in the tourism, that's this big subject, right? And Uruguay and Chongqing, I think will have like a lot to share with each other on that topic, right? Very nice to hear. And also, last, could I hear about like during your time in Chongqing? Yeah, and maybe it's not that long yet, but I still feel like we maybe have some general idea of the city already. Like, what's your personal impression on the city? Yeah.
I'm very happy to be in Chongqing. I especially love the weather. I have been missing the rain a lot in Beijing, so I'm very happy here. And as I said before, it's very convenient to be and to live in Chongqing. I have already a lot of friends, not only foreign friends, but also Chinese friends. So I'm very glad. I think it's a very friendly city in all ways. I even love hot pot, so I think everything is okay. And I'm really trying to promote Chongqing, especially for our students and our business people. So I really hope that next year we receive more visits to Chongqing. especially because next year we will have the China, Latin America, and the Caribbean Business Summit. This will be in November. This will be a huge event for us next year, as in 2016 it took place in Tangshan, and our president came to this meeting. The following year, this meeting was in Latin America, in Uruguay, in Punta del Este, the city I mentioned before, and I really recommend you to go. And it was a very big success. And then for next year, it will be in Chongqing. So we are hoping to receive a lot of business people from Uruguay, and to maybe before to receive a lot of delegations from Chongqing to Uruguay and from the other regions also. So we can start like discussing some new agreements and new possibilities of investment, and then in November have this very big event that we hope it will be a very big success next to the Smart China Expo also, that we are really looking forward to participate again with a very high level delegation.
That's very nice. Again, excited about hearing that, and also I believe that in the coming year will be very promising for both Chongqing and Uruguay. And thank you very much for taking our interview and for the detailed explanation of everything. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you very much. And I really invite all of Chongqing people and anyone that would like to come to visit our new office and to have a meeting with us to know more about Uruguay and to seek more cooperation between Chongqing and Uruguay.